Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. Today, we're talking cruising.
Yeah.
One of our very favorite topics. As you are watching this, we are 50 days away from our very first ever ultra luxury cruise.
Yes, we are.
And as we have started the whole pre-booking, getting ready process, one of the things that we've noticed is that the ultra luxury experience has kind of already started.
Correct.
It's very different than what we are used to. And so we thought we would bring you along for some of that stuff, show you some of the differences, and just hopefully you can get excited with us as we are getting excited for our cruise in 50 days.
Yeah. In 50 days, we are boarding the Seaborn Odyssey in Vancouver, Canada.
We are.
Heading to Alaska.
Which is home.
Which is home.
It's bringing us home.
Yep.
We did make a video on our channel recently,
Yeah.
kind of announcing the cruise, talking a little bit about it. It is a cruise that is happening through Sherri's work, which is super cool.
Yeah.
Seaborn, obviously a line we've never been on. This will be our 13th cruise.
I think so, yeah.
I think that's right. We have done Disney, we've done Princess. We've never done an ultra luxury.
No.
And so we didn't really know what to expect. We feel like we're pretty good with what we know. We're less good with what we don't know.
Correct.
So we are learning. So there are just some things that we want to show you today and talk a little bit about just the differences that we have seen.
Yeah.
And these aren't in particular order. Mm-hmm. As we've been going through the process, we've kind of been making a list of like, oh, that's different.
Oh, that's new.
That's new. That's kind of cool.
How does this work?
And so one of the first things that we had heard is that on Seaborn in Alaska, they give you jackets.
Yeah.
And I thought, cool, cheap little windbreaker, nice little cover up, a little fleece, kind of the 1999 gift shop kind of thing.
Right. No,
that's not.
This is the first experience of the ultra luxury cruise.
So we get this thing that is basically from the company that provides the jackets for Seaborn. They are Helly Hansen jackets.
Yeah.
What? I want to show you real quick.
Not the cheap plasticky
No.
gift shop jacket that we were expecting.
Not at all. And here's how this is going to work. I'm not going to do like screen recording and showing you all that stuff. I've got another vlog camera. I got my laptop here. We got our cell phones here. Mm-hmm. So I am going to show you this right here. This is the Seaborn Alaska crew jacket. You can see it's got the Seaborn logo right there. It's got Helly Hansen on the hood. It's got a detachable hood. They've got it in men's sizes. They've got it in women's sizes. They actually have it up to 4X for men, 3X for women. It is rainproof. That is the mesh-lined interior, exclusively designed for Seaborn.
So the way that it worked is we just placed an order, which was included in the cost of the cruise.
Yep.
So we didn't pay anything extra for this,
Nope.
and it will be in our stateroom when we board the ship.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And from what I've gathered, not every Seaborn cruise does this. Mm-hmm. I know Seaborn cruises to Alaska do. Seaborn cruises to Antarctica do as well. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'm so excited about that.
That was the first thing that we were like, wait, is that real? Like, we just go here and just get a jacket?
You guys, we kept looking for the price. It was like...
Are we missing something?
Yeah. I was like, wait, but where's
this going to show up, like, on our shipboard account?
I thought it was kind of like the robes in the room. It's like, oh, use them. They're great. They're wonderful. We're going to charge you if you take them. Like, I thought it was like that. No, they're included.
No, it's included, yeah.
That's crazy. So the next thing we noticed is kind of as we were planning for our, getting to the ship.
Yeah.
So for us, we are obviously flying Anchorage to Seattle and we're going to Vancouver to get on the ship. Mm-hmm. And so we were looking at the options provided through Seaborn.
Yeah.
And we saw one that we both just like kind of started to giggle at because it was like, oh, this is different.
This is a different class than what we're used to.
It was like, do you need help getting to the ship? Would you like us to charter an airplane for you? Click here and like work with our team and we can get you a private plane to fly you to Vancouver so you can get on the ship. Need a private plane from Juneau to get home? Click here. Our team will work with you. What?
We did not partake in that.
You guys,
because that is not included in the cost of the cruise.
I redeemed our Alaska Airlines miles to get us from Juneau to Anchorage.
We paid taxes, and that's all.
We are going to be on a non-private flight with about 150 other people.
Correct. You're right.
But I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a fun option, and I mean, really, for like the cruise, and I mean, it makes sense probably for the clientele of this cruise.
Yeah. I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Yep.
Another kind of custom thing that I thought was really neat, and we're going to get into excursions now. So many of us, if you've gone on cruises, are used to kind of the excursion process. You normally go online and you look at your port and you say, okay, what's available in Ketchikan? And here's like a whole list. And Seabourn does have that on the website. Like you can go and search excursions for each port. But I noticed an option on Seabourn that I hadn't noticed before, and maybe it does exist on other cruises. But it was like, if you don't see an excursion option you like, let us create a custom excursion for you with your own private driver and car. And so basically you hire this car and there's a driver included. And what was so cool is that you told them what kind of experience you wanted.
Yeah.
It was like, do you want to visit museums, historical sites, food? Like, there were just all of these options to check.
The, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the walking level and that
the activity level.
Yeah, activity level, like you can choose.
And it asked, do you want to stay close to the port, or do you want to like experience outside of the port?
Right.
Do you want it to be a half-day private tour with car and driver, or full-day private tour with car and driver? And I really loved how customizable it seemed.
Yeah.
It's like for you and I, if we were going to a town that we didn't know, to say, you know what, for 4 hours, we want a car, we want a driver, we love museums, we love food, we really want to see like historical, like local culture kind of sites. Probably
outside the port itself a little bit.
Yep, exactly. Like take us there. And to know that that would happen.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
I love it.
So that was an option that it was like, oh, I haven't seen that before. And I will say, I think if it's not an option on other cruise lines, I think it should be.
I agree.
I'm sure it's expensive, but what a cool option.
Right.
So now going to excursions.
Yeah.
We have been to, obviously we live in Alaska. We've been to many of these towns before. When we go to Ketchikan, we already know what we're doing. We want to go see Spring and Jeremy at Woodlands.
Hang out with our friends.
And so it's like we kind of know what we're doing.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we really wanted to do, one of the things that I really wanted to do is, I talked about this recently in a vlog, how we decided that if we're going to do an ultra luxury cruise, let's lean into the whole experience.
Yeah.
Let's get dressed up. Let's experience and celebrate formal night. Let's have the caviar. Let's do the fancy things.
Yeah.
And one of the unique things that Seabourn offers, because I was asking kind of like, okay, so what are the things that we can only do on Seabourn and not necessarily on other lines?
Right. And
Seabourn offer these things called Ventures by Seabourn.
Yeah.
And they don't offer them everywhere. It's just in certain locations where, so ours are in the Inian Islands. So basically, we go from Glacier Bay, we spend a day in Glacier Bay, and then we go through the Inian Islands, and the next day we're in Icy Strait Point, Hoonah, for the evening. But that morning and afternoon, we're traveling through the Inian Islands. And I want to read you real quick about what it is. The Inian Islands, or Cross Sound, is where we're going to be, is a northern gateway to Alaska's Inside Passage. It's home to an abundance of marine wildlife: sea lions, horned puffins, sea otters, harbor seals, bald eagles, whales. Migratory humpback whales pass through there on their annual trek between Alaska and the South Pacific. And the thing they offer here was very, very cool.
Yeah.
They stop the ship. Like,
keeping in mind it's a smaller ship.
About less than 500 people on the ship. They stop the ship in the islands. And if you want to, you can book, and it's an additional cost that we paid. They offer two options, these Seaborn Ventures. One of them is to get off the ship and you can kayak through the Inian Islands.
Yep.
You have no desire to kayak.
Absolutely not. I don't have the muscle mass to kayak.
You've also seen videos of humpback whales, like, hitting kayaks.
Correct.
Sherri doesn't want to die.
Do not put me down for that. Thank you.
However, through my amazing force of persuasion, I have gotten Sherri to agree for us.
Pretty blue eyes.
It was the blue eyes that did it? Well, then, gosh darn it, I'm glad I have blue eyes because I'm so excited about this. Because the other thing they offer, and we actually did book this, is to Zodiac the Inian Islands.
Yeah.
Zodiacs are those little inflatable boats. You've kind of seen them, almost teardrop-ish kind of shape. Not really, but sort of. Kind of U-shaped. Probably better. And you get on there with like 6, 8, 10 people, I think. And you basically, you have a naturalist on the Zodiac with you.
Right.
And they take you out right on the water to see all of these things up close.
The sea lions and the sea otters and
the waterfalls and the whales and all of this stuff. Now, of course, there's no guarantee of wildlife.
Right. Because,
wild.
Wild. Not a zoo.
Not a zoo.
It is actually just the wild. So if they show up, that's great. But
exactly. It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful no matter what.
Right? I wanted to do this so much. Sherri was so skeptical. And so we laid in bed and I pulled up a bunch of YouTube videos.
We watched a bunch.
Everything I could find on YouTube.
Yeah.
And finally, you agreed.
I was like, okay. I'm still terrified.
Okay, but are you only terrified? Are you excited? Talk about it.
I am excited. I do think that it'll be really cool. I am terrified. I don't like small boats, and I don't like open water. I don't like being cold.
Perfect. This sounds right up your alley.
All of those things are going to be occurring, but I am excited for the experience itself. And like you said, this is going to be a fully different experience than what we have had before cruising, so we're kind of leaning into that. I
originally was like, I'll just go do this myself. Like, you can stay on the ship and have drinks. And I think FOMO kicked in because you are afraid, but also, like, as you saw some of the videos and just some of the experiences that people had, that even us living in Alaska, it was like, I've never experienced that.
Right.
And so we have it booked. We're going to do Adventures by Seabourn. We're going to Zodiac the Inian Islands.
Yeah, we are.
And we're not going to die.
They have yet to have anybody die.
They have yet to have anybody die. That wasn't on the brochure. Death-free since 93. That was not on there anywhere. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. And think of the vlog it'll make.
True.
So fun.
Yeah.
Now, one more thing about excursions, and I thought this was really neat. So obviously, like I mentioned earlier, we're all used to, sorry, I'm pulling it up on the laptop. We're all used to the website where you kind of scroll through what's available.
Yeah.
Seabourn, like I said, does have that, but they also have something else that they send you that you can actually request and download right through that website that I want to show you. This is a PDF. You can see Explore Destinations, but right down there, look at that. Sherri, Legg, Adam, Legg, Seaborn Odyssey, the date of our cruise. And then what this has is it is a custom PDF with all of the excursions, the activity level, the price, the time for every single stop of our cruise. Basically, it is like a PDF document they sent us that is all of our information right there. I don't have to go to the website. I don't have to, it's just the things that are relevant to us. I just thought this was super, super cool. And look at this. There's so much, right?
It's 30 pages worth.
It is 30 pages worth of that. I love it. So I just thought that was neat.
Yeah. That's a really cool, feature.
It is a cool feature. Mm-hmm. The only excursion we do have booked is the Zodiac. In Sitka, we're going to get off and just kind of walk around. Sherri's never been there.
Right.
She wants to see a lot of things that I saw when I was there for work recently. Mm-hmm. In Ketchikan, we're going to go see our friends, do some of the things that we love in Ketchikan. We're actually not in Ketchikan a terribly long time.
Right.
And then Icy Strait Point, Hoona, we don't know what we're going to do yet.
Right.
Still up in the air. Haines, I think we're going to get off the ship and walk around.
Yeah, there's a few things in Haines that we want to visit.
We're in Haines 12 hours.
Yeah,
it's a long day. I have a Haines list going in my laptop of places to visit.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about that. But I just thought the excursion thing, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's a cool way to do that.
I will say, the Zodiac thing is now the thing I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah.
I want to put it out there that we'll see whales.
Yeah.
Because seeing whales in a small little boat like that, or sea lions, or sea otters, or any, when you are literally on the water, I mean, our butt will be 10 inches from the top of the ocean. I probably shouldn't have said that. I need to be better with my words. I mean, we're going to be so safe and protected.
It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be amazing. Here's what I'm going to say. It is an experience you are never going to forget for the rest of your life.
Correct.
Hopefully for good reasons. What happened to Sherri? Oh, she fell into the Inian Islands.
She was eaten by a whale.
It's not going to happen. You're not going to get eaten by a whale. Okay, so the next thing is kind of around food and dining experience. Obviously, eating's a big part of cruising.
Yeah.
And the way that we have seen it on Disney is where you kind of pick your first dining time, second dining time. On Princess, you can pick where you want to dine, when you want to dine, make reservations, all of that. On Seabourn, at least the ship we're on, there's only one reservation to make.
Right.
There is one specialty dining restaurant that is still included in the price.
Right.
It's the Thomas Keller Grill, I think it's called.
It's the Grill by Thomas Keller.
It's the Grill by Thomas Keller. You work for them. You should know. And so you're on it. And so we actually do have that booked. I think it's booked on the second to last or the last night.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And so that's everything we've heard is just an unbelievable meal. There are some other options. I mentioned earlier caviar. One of the things that they do is they have caviar lots of different times, but they actually have like a caviar on ice deck party when you're kind of surrounded by mountains in Alaska. I think it's an evening deck party where they just come out with like trays of caviar and everyone's out there together. And champagne. And champagne. I'm not mad about this.
Nope.
As we've been looking, I really like this as well, and I want to show you this on the phone. This is what the Seaborn Source App looks like. You can see journey starts in 51 days, 4 hours, and 49 minutes as we're recording this. You can book spa stuff. You can book shore excursions. There's my account. Some health and safety stuff. Online guest registration. Know before you go. Oh, Seaborn Private Air. No big deal. And then down here, this is what I really love. So on dining, we're going to click View More. So I want to see all of the dining options. So the different restaurants are the restaurant, which is like the main dining restaurant. Again, with only 500 people on board, you don't have to have lots of restaurants. There's the Grill by Thomas Keller. The Colonnade, or Colonnade, is one of the casual dining locations. Then there's the patio, and then there's Earth and Ocean. So the patio is like poolside dining during the day, but at nighttime, they transform it to Earth and Ocean. They like change the whole scene, and it's like a sit-down dining place, which I think is pretty cool. And then there's in-suite dining. So here's what I want to show you, because this is amazing. So let's click on the restaurant. You can see all of the menus that are going on today on the ship. So at the restaurant, today's breakfast menu is right here. Like there's the whole, I know you guys can't see that, it's probably small on the phone, but like there is the entire breakfast menu for today at the restaurant. Then you could do lunch menu, you could do tonight's dinner menu, and they have that for all of the different options. So like in-suite dining, I want to show you this because Sherri and I were like, what? So the in-suite dining, 24-hour included room service, chilled, for starters, chilled jumbo shrimp cocktail, chicken consomme, quinoa salad, Caesar salad, a charcuterie board. The charcuterie board, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to read it, I'm going to get hungry. For mains, they have Riviera-style vegetable tartine, Cuban sandwich, club sandwich, Snake River Farms cheeseburger. I love that they're cheeseburgers, even Snake River Farms. They have a vegan burger, cheesy bacon hot dog, typical cruise food. Then you get to like an Israeli tomato couscous and oven roasted eggplant confit, a vegan bean chili, crispy skin fresh Alaskan salmon fillet, roasted chicken, and then a grilled double R ranch New York steak. And then they have an international cheese board, a Black Forest sundae, a banana split you can get to your room.
24 hours a day.
And a fresh fruit plate. These all included. You know what? I'm okay giving up room service chicken strips.
For New York steak.
I think I am. But then here's what's really cool is if we go back over to the Source app, Oh, and also, look, the app actually works. Sorry, no shade. In the different lounges, so like the club, the observation lounge, Seabourn Square. Let's look at the club. You can click on the club menu, and it shows you these are all the complimentary wines. So there are 2 complimentary champagne and sparkling wine. There's 4 complimentary white wines, 4 complimentary reds. I think that's pretty amazing. And if you look, I don't know if you are wine people, but like good wines. Over here talks about the cocktails, and then down here they have all the craft cocktails. They're in there. These obviously all included because the alcohol is included. They have 0 at sea, so a whole mocktail menu as well, which I love. Look at this. These are the beers that are included. They have Bud, Beck's, Corona, Heineken, Sam Adams, Peroni. Then they have 1 ale. They have Guinness, thank goodness. They have 3 light beers, 1 non-alcoholic, and then like 5 different specialties, like Strongbow, which is a cider. All of those included. Now, here's where we were kind of blown away, because we didn't know when they talked about like alcohol being included. We were like, okay, is that like bottom level sort of stuff? No. The complimentary vodka is Grey Goose, Kettle One, Tito's, Belvedere, Gin, Bombay, Hendrix, Tanqueray, Beefeater. Like, this is good stuff. And look at all that. Their bourbons are Basil Hayden's, Bullet, Woodford Reserve, and Buffalo Trace. And then over here, you guys, they have an included sushi menu. What?
This is me clapping.
That, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. We're so excited about that. Now, you can get, if you want to pay for like a higher level of stuff, you can, here we go. We've got a bottle of Chardonnay from Napa Valley, $105, $75, $130. So they do have some like higher end wines and some higher end spirits. For example, if you want to spend $235 for a shot of Remy Martin, you can. Will we? No, I do not think so. I just thought that was super cool. And then they have that on the different lounges as well. So the other lounge, the observation, I'll just pull that up real quick. We're almost done here, you guys, I promise. The observation bar, you can see their cocktails are more celebrity based. The Cosmopolitan talks about Sarah Jessica Parker making us famous in Sex and the City. The Rat Pack Manhattan. So each of the bars kind of has a different theme, but they all have the same complimentary beers, spirits, liquors, all of that.
So as you can see, I mean, it's really nice just being able to like go through the menus and actually being able to see what is being served in advance. We kind of have an idea of what our dinners will be, and they change it every day. So it's what's being currently served on the ship today.
That's one of the things that I've looked, because I've been going in and checking the food menus almost every day. Are you shocked at that?
No.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Sure not.
And one of the things that I've appreciated is that you do get to see how often they change it up.
Yeah.
And so you get an idea, though, that it's like, oh, no matter what the menu looks like that day, it's going to be amazing.
Right. Yeah.
Gosh.
There's always going to be something that's like, I'm going to need that in my life.
I feel like they have given us all of the information in advance that we need to prepare for the cruise. Mm-hmm. And they've given it to us in a very customized package way. Again, like the personal PDF of like, hey, here's all the things you could do.
Right. And I'm just going to point out, because this is the way that my brain works, on that PDF, I don't know if you noticed this, but the date and the location is at the top of every single page. So you're not like, you're reading a description and being like, wait, where is this one at? And like scroll back up 14 pages to figure out, oh, this isn't Haynes. Like,
that's exactly right.
Every page has Haynes on this date, and like, I appreciate that.
I have felt like everything in the process so far has been, I'm trying to think of the right word to use. It has been
ultra luxury,
but also like seamless.
Yeah.
Like, nothing has felt clunky. Like, none of we're all checked in for our cruise. We've got it all taken care of. All of that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. And my thought, and I've actually thought this a couple times, is that if the pre-cruise experience is this seamless, how amazing is the cruise experience going to be? Right.
I mean, the app is very user-friendly, very self-explanatory. You're never like, wait, how do I find this? Like, it's all just right there.
It's
And
just excellent.
It's really easy to use.
So we are, I believe, completely ready for our cruise. Everything is checked in. We know our stateroom. Everything like is booked. I don't think we're going to book any other excursions.
We've purchased all the extra clothing that we need.
We've purchased all of the clothing that we need. I think we are 100% ready for our cruise in 50 days.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very excited.
I'm so excited. Are there things, I want to ask you guys, are there things on this cruise that you specifically want to see? Are there things about an ultra luxury cruise experience that you want to know? It's like, show us this, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because our plan is to go into it like we do all of our cruise series, just to capture our experience.
Right.
But it's just all so new to us that we also want to be able to show you guys what it might be like as well.
Right. Yeah.
So friends, we love you so very much, and we will see you on the next LeggLife video.